Okay. All right. All right. God damn, bro. Mm. Hmm. Hmm. Damn. Damn. Didn't even really have give you time to react to that. You really didn't have time to react to this. I was considering getting in at the 21 or the 50 EMA on the 15-minute, but it just happened so fast. It pushed down so fast and bounced right back up. It just happened too fast. I wasn't able to capitalize on that move. Hmm. I wouldn't short this. I would not short this. I wouldn't short this until the market proves that it wants to double top at these highs by creating that reversal pattern. Usually looks like this. And then taking the short right there. Lower lows, break, and a move back down. But until then, I wouldn't even consider a short. Hmm. 575, 576. $590. 65, 512. 65, 512. Okay. Hey, yo, what's up, Investor Z? I should have stayed in my original position that I had this morning, but I mean, who knows that the market's going to do this? I mean, well, I took profits. It would have been nice if I probably would have had a piece to run, a piece of it, maybe one contract to run, but looks like we're going to have to sit on our hands. I mean, I know this is painful to watch all this bullishness in the market right now. And as we spoke about, I believe during Wednesday's stream, we made it to the next fib level of 720 on the Qs here. And now we're surpassing it. So don't know if this is news. We can look. You already know that Trump is always okay. And so it's always going to be Trump that says something that's going to move this market like this. So we'll see if of course, stop playing games and pass the Save America Act. Of course. Yeah. All right. Hey, what's up, Alfred? So that just imagine. So I had an order. So from this order block down here, I had an entry literally at this order block. I took profits here, and it's obvious that I probably should have left the runner in that position because I would have been up about 200 points, 200 plus points in that one position. So I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that these 4-hour imbalances have been cleared. This has definitely been cleared, but I'm gonna keep this on the chart. I will delete all of this, and we'll have a clean chart next week. So my goal with these marking out the 15-minute imbalance, 4-hour imbalances, etc. My goal with these is just to keep them. I mean, unless it's like an order block. If price trades through these areas, I just want to reference the most recent imbalance and not necessarily have old imbalances on the chart. So I will be actively adding and deleting these markings off of my chart. So I'll have this cleaned up by the next session. Well, like I said, this is painful to look at this candle right here because, man, what a candle. What a candle. We're going to have to wait for the pullback here. You can get aggressive and try to get into this thing. But we all know that as soon as you get into it, it's going to drop lower. So we just have to wait for the pullback here. That'll be the best option here. You know the pullback's going to happen. We just have to wait for it. We just have to wait for the pullback. 531. Hmm. God damn. Okay. All right, so I kind of got in at well, I kind of set my limit there at that little range. Looks like it went to the 50% of the 4 hour of the previous 4 hour imbalance. Mhm. Okay, so let's see. Okay. With how bullish the market is right now, it's not time to short. It is not time to short. Right now, the market has kind of made a higher low right now. We would need a break, and the bears would have to hold the pullback to even consider taking real short positions down. There are definitely buyers chasing this move right now. So I have no faith in the bears at all. None. We are kind of buying kind of high, but like I said, I have no faith in the bears right now. So I do expect to get a profit target here. What I like about this trade is that the market is making these micro higher lows here. It does appear that the bears are attempting to try to sell from this 1 minute fair value gap, but like I said, I don't have faith in the bears here. The bears like to get aggressive at the wrong time, and I'm going to probably use that as an indicator. When I start seeing the bears become super aggressive, that's usually telling to me that I'm on the right side of the market if I'm long. That would suck. That would suck. That would suck. Okay. That would absolutely suck. If this thing stopped me out and then continues higher here, this will be exactly what the Nasdaq did to me last night. It literally went down to my stop and it literally went higher. And it smashed my profit target from last night after stopping me out. But again, I didn't revenge trade. I didn't chase it. I didn't read her. I just accepted the outcome, even though what she did was super nasty. Hopefully she doesn't do the same here. Probably. All right. So she stopped me out. That's unfortunate. That was unfortunate that she kind of stopped me out here. I'm surprised at that. I don't know, I'm surprised about that. And yeah, she stopped me out there. Okay, so I did re-enter. I do think that I may have just probably been too early in this trade. So I did re-enter on this trade. I do, if it does go lower, this is another area of interest that I want to enter in. And if I don't necessarily get a bounce at this level, if I don't see the reaction at this level that I'm expecting, okay. So we have a very powerful open. The market pushes higher. The market pulls back into this previous 4-hour imbalance. It looks like the bears are trying to regain control, but like I said, I'm going to always trade against bearish price action for moving forward. I have no confidence in bears anymore. It's completely gone. After yesterday, it is completely gone. We're still making a higher low here. So this is my last line of defense right here. So if the market doesn't react at this level, then I'll just have to kind of go back to the drawing boards with this one. But that is definitely my last line of defense right there. I highly doubt that the market retraces this entire move unless it does. I doubt that though. I mean, does it really retrace this entire move? Do we really see a retracement? Yeah, it does. Yeah. So if I get this profit, so if I get limited into this area right here, I'm not going to allow I'm going to have to add a little bit extra risk to this position because I'm not going to literally have my stop at the 21 EMA on the 15-minute. It's highly likely to come down here and bounce from here. So I'm going to have to add a little bit more risk to this position if it comes to that. All right, so we got 2 more minutes before the news. Oh shit. You chased this move higher and then it pulled back. You got caught in this pullback right here. Okay. I will readjust my stop. I just don't want it to get wicked out here. I will. So if it does wick down, I'm just going to move. I'm moving my stop away from the 21 EMA. I'm just moving my stop. We got 30 seconds into the news. Yeah. I thought we would get more of a reaction from this previous halfway point of the 4-hour imbalance, but I guess not. I guess it did want it to go a little bit lower. We had an imbalance, a small little imbalance that it appears that the market tapped into. All right, so it's 9 o'clock. Yeah. Look at that trap. Look at that. Okay, so that's the news. That's the reaction to the news. Whoa. Wow. What the what? What? What the hell was even that? Oh, man. Okay. Well, I guess it's pretty apparent that right now I guess I'm a late buyer. I guess I'm a late buyer right now. I'm a late buyer. Apparently. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I must be a late buyer. Okay. All right. So that's going to be final position right there. If this doesn't work out, well, I shouldn't use the word final. If it goes lower, I'm going to have to kind of reassess what's really going on, because obviously that might have been a major area of supply, and the market is just no longer going. Oh, okay. That's it. That's all I'm willing to give in this area right here. If this doesn't work, $625. Yeah, dude. That wick was crazy, man. It was such a powerful open. I thought that we would have I thought we would have better follow through than what we had, but I guess not. And and that's what's so tricky about the Nasdaq. Sometimes it does extraordinary things, and then other times it wants to act like it's the ES or something and trade structurally. It's like, oh yeah, we just took out this high, let's go back for the lows. Yeah. I mean, we tapped into I mean, you kind of, well, I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it, but we tapped into an imbalance right here, Alfred. That's kind of why I was like, yeah. I mean, if it doesn't bounce here, and then you have I think this was the first 4-hour imbalance. So this is a 4-hour imbalance. These are two imbalances stacked on top of each other. So that's the 15-minute, and this is the 4-hour imbalance stacked on top of each other. And you can see that price kind of touched both, and we're seeing the market kind of move away from that area right there. Oh wow. So it looks like it just made a 15 imbalance to the short side. Hopefully the market ignores that and just trades right through that. That would be awesome. Or I guess that's on the 5-minute then. That's a 5-minute imbalance. I forgot I'm on the 5-minute. I apologize. All right, so never mind. That is a 15-minute imbalance. Okay. Actually, I'll just keep this consistent. Just go up to the 1 hour. I mean the 1 minute. Go down to the 1 minute. Okay. Bulls don't fail me now. It would be some shit that the Bears come in on a Friday. It would be, or let me rephrase what I just said. I guess it would make sense for the Bulls to take their profits on a Friday. We have a long weekend. We have would Memorial Day be considered an American holiday? Oh, well, yeah, I guess it would, wouldn't it? It would. Never mind. Let me take that statement back. It's Memorial Day. And usually on American holidays, the market is usually extremely bullish. Historically, it's extremely bullish. If you're trying them right. All right. I guess the Nasdaq wanted to make sure that I wasn't cheating here and moving my stops up to break even. But Nasdaq, I don't ever do that shit. You don't gotta check, baby. You don't gotta check. I'm not moving my stop up to break even. Yeah. So this is where your break even is right now. Are you in this trade right now? Wow. Oh, you got out. And looks like we're getting. I guess the metals are selling off. You look at the metals, bro. Well, I'll look at the metals after this trade. Looks like we're getting a sell off in the metals. God damn. So that area. So last night we talked about 511. It looked like if you 511 was a good area to get into long. He was in. What is that? It went all the way down. So 3 points of drawdown. And wow, that was a 27-point move to the upside from that long at. Man, it's so that's kind of frustrating, gold, because you know what? How that would have been a good trade. I just wish that you would stop being nasty. I might dedicate one of these accounts to gold. I might dedicate one of these accounts to gold. Damn, Alfred. Hold on. Mm, yeah. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell right now. I mean, I guess the market is just going to chop. Oh shit! You know what I didn't do? I don't know where the opening range is. I don't know where the opening range is. Shoot. Um. So basically, the range is right here. The low of that candle is 31.50. The high of this candle is 18.25. Looks like we already have a sweep. This one, I just sent this one to the back. Of course, in essence, it's not going to work. Okay. So this is the 15-minute orb. So that's a 15-minute orb. Okay. I mean, I guess it's off. I mean, at this point, I must be a late buyer because we're not even getting followed through here. 18.25. This thing actually came all the way back down. Okay. A close back within the range. We have the market closing back within the opening range here. So we have currently the bears failing to take out that low currently. And if we got a failed break of that low, the most likely target now will be the 50% of that order block. I'm sorry, of this opening range. If we don't see the market break down from here. We do have a trend line on the 1 minute. We do have a small little trend line right here, but if we can break from this, we can see a move higher here. Hopefully we can get a retest of the high of that candle, or the high of that range. 612. All right, so we're back. We're seeing some green back in this trade, in this position so far. Seeing some green. Mm. Oh yeah, no, I need to. Hmm. All right. I had my concerns, but and this is a 1 minute imbalance right here that the market is trying to reject from. I took a 1 minute imbalance for granted. I think it was up here somewhere. And we got this rejection down. Yeah, right here. Right here. We got a rejection from this 1 minute imbalance. So now it's like, shit, should I pay attention to this one? Should I pay attention to that one? Of course not. Our target's all the way up here. Well, this is the adjusted target. I actually don't really recall where my real target is. My stop should pop up for, I think, half of this position pretty soon. I think it should. Okay, there goes the half of the position. The position is getting trailed. Come on, baby, you can keep on going. Don't stop me out. Just keep on going. All right, that's fine. We're out of half of this position. I'm gonna take one more off here because I want to be just in 3. Okay. All right. So we're in 3, and we should be good. Should be good. And I'll be done in this account. Man. Hey, Alfred, were you able to get back into this position long or? So you took the L going short and then you went for long. Are you in long right now? Are you catching this move? Hopefully. All right, so you got out of that. Okay, cool. Honestly, my other stop should have came up, I think. My stop should be popping up pretty soon for this position to trail it. Okay, yeah, that's good to hear, man. That's good to hear. Just take your time, man. Just take your time. The market should be going up. We got to bounce from that order block. We got to bounce from that 15-minute imbalance. We should see the market go up here. Should. It's highly likely. Okay. My stop should have popped up, but my stop should have popped up here. So this is what I'll do here. My stop should have popped up. Okay, so this is what I'll do. I'll probably take 2 off here. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, the market does look like it still wants to push higher here. You know what? Fuck it, man. Fuck it. Let's see if we can get that profit target. All right, I'm not gonna be foolish here. I'm gonna leave 1 to run. I wanted to take profits at the top of that range. My stop should have popped up. I don't know what happened here, but I was able to make more than what I expected. Let's see if we can get this one last runner. Yo, appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, let's see if we get this one last run. I'm not gonna let this one go negative though. I'm not gonna let it go negative. Actually, I'm not even gonna give it that much from the. So my stop should have popped up on this one. I'll put it underneath this range. I'll put it underneath this range. I mean, there is like I said, there is that imbalance where the market sold off. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Hey, yo, what's up, K Trader? What's up? Shit. Well, now I can say it now. I'm just glad that the Nasdaq showed mercy to this position, because she could have easily stopped me out and did this. Easily could have done that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, today is just not the day. Today is definitely not the day to deal with NQ and her bullshit. I mean, honestly, I mean, in hindsight, I probably should have just waited for this area. I considered taking the 50%, but I figured with how bullish it was that we may not get down here, because it would require the bears to knock the market down, and I have no faith in the bears. But they were able to do it, and we're back positive now. And again, this is, I'm glad that I can really showcase the power of having a positive R on every one of your trades, because If I was trading heavy size, I probably wouldn't have this account anymore. I'll be closer to liquidation, but took a couple of losing trades, was able to come back, and now I'm positive on the day. Positive. We made $800. He was down 500, so that means we made the 500 back. We made the 500 back with that first trade, and now we're making money with this follow-up trade. I mean, every trade is $553. And then with the auto trail, I'm making a little bit more, so. Okay. I don't want to put my stop too close. I do want to give the Nasdaq room to kind of bounce back and forth, but I'm just not going to give all this back. That's tough. That's tough. Did I just, what? I have no clue how, but I could have, oh, okay, I bought. Okay, that was a buy limit. It didn't, I had to get like a buy stop, I think. Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to be out of this. What? Hold on, what? So I'm supposed to be, it added to the position instead of taking the profits on that trade. It added to the position with that buy limit. Hey, yo, what's up, Santiago? You say you're stressing yourself too much today? Well, I think is the markets closed on Monday? Okay, yeah, I thought it was an early close. Okay. Just gonna close out of this position. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna just close out of the position. All right, I'm done. I'll accept that. I'm closing out of the. I already closed out of the position. All right, man. That was a good trade, man. That was a great trade. We could see it stop run higher, but I really didn't want to get back any of that because the Nasdaq has literally took us through the ringer. I was well above my profit target there. I didn't want this thing to come back and give back any gains. So just need one more $500 day and I'm done with this account. So I got one account to goal. I need one more day on this account. I need one more day on another account. We're still trading the 150K overnight. I was able to make that money back plus with that push this morning. So if I kind of go through, so I was able to, I'm ending the week in my 150K at up $3,500. I'm ending this account up $1,200. Which one is it? I think it's $34.94. So I'm up. That's the account that I've already got to goal. I did lose 2 take profit accounts this week, unfortunately. I got this one to 1,200. Or is it 34.94? No, it's not 34.94. It's not. So it's like 29.38. So I got this at $1,200. So I'm gonna have a couple of accounts at goal, and then I just have to flip the remaining days on the contract. So what I'll do here, I do have one account that I haven't taken a trade in. I do think that that could potentially be a good trade to take. So what I'm going to do here is actually take that trade in account that I have no skin in the game with. I can actually stop this. Do think that we could potentially see a bounce here. So what I'm going to do is just going to get a buy stop. You could potentially see the market kind of continue higher here. Okay. All right, so I just put my money where my mouth is. This is a high risk trade. This is a high risk trade. We're gonna take it anyway. High risk trade. Can't express that enough. All right, so we got this trade. So man, this trade took us through the ringer. And what I'm gonna start doing is again recording my trades and we'll showcase how I managed the trade. I think this, yeah, I'm just start saving these trades. I'm going to get better at managing them. So just in case, well, not just in case. So if somebody's watching it, they can kind of see how I'm managing the trade, what steps I'm taking. So in the future, I'm going to do my analysis on the 15-minute. I'm going to place a limit. As soon as that limit gets filled on the 15-minute, I'm going to go down to the 1 minute, and we'll just manage the trade on the 1 minute and have the recording on the 1 minute. And go from there. All right, so let me actually look at the 15-minute because maybe. Damn, dude. So Santiago, why did you full port? What did you see that oh shit. That's interesting. Wow. Oh, okay. Never mind. I was about to say, yeah, because we talked about that fair value gap, this 15-minute imbalance that the market tapped into. And then there's that order block right there. It was the 15-minute imbalance stacked on top of an order block right there. And that's why we're seeing such a big push from that area. Dude, yeah, investors, shit. I know we talk about this a lot. I can't express this enough. Fair value gaps are, if it was, they should be on your chart. That's all I'm going to say. They should be on your chart. If you don't have a fair value gap or whatever term you want to use, imbalance, whatever, if you don't have that on your chart, you're cheating yourself, because these imbalances literally leaves clues on the charts to where you can get a good entry. And that's the reason why. I mean, I didn't necessarily get this entry. I did get this one, but I'm glad that the market showed me mercy in this trade right here. And it bounced off of that 15-minute imbalance. And now we're seeing the move higher. Okay. So we got the follow-up trade. We took the trade because we saw that the market was actually, there's another imbalance right here. So there's another 15-minute imbalance. I'm surprised that the market hasn't, this candle hasn't closed yet. It hasn't closed yet. But if this market, or if this candle continues to push higher here, this will be a 15-minute imbalance right here, a potential area for the market to come back, and we could potentially see a continuation. It always seems to happen that way, right, Santiago? The market is really good at being nasty. Okay. So we took the trade on the 15-minute. I guess what I should do is record this, right? All right, so let me get my, so I already saved this trade. Okay. Okay. So as always, I'm just going to readjust I'm just going to throw my profit target up there. I'm going to be protected by my trailing stop. So if the market does pop up, my stop is going to trail, and as it goes higher, I can make a little bit more money in this trade, or a lot more money if the market just begins to shoot higher here. So, okay. So we do see the market moving away from this 4-hour imbalance. I did find buyers at the 50% of this imbalance. We also have confluence here because this is the 50% of the opening range. So this will, I mean, if it was going to get long, this was probably the best area to get long. We have the EMA supporting this trade. They're all sloped to the upside right now. I mean, it doesn't mean that the market can't wick down and be nasty, but we're just going to hope, or I don't like to use the word hope. We're just going to trade what we see and not what we think. Right now, the market is trading higher, so we're just going to trade, or we are already trading in that direction. I guess we can hope that it continues and hope that it doesn't wick down and be nasty like it was all day. You said this, you said today. Well, Alfred, man, I know exactly where you are right now. Friday, actually, let me see if I can just be more clear. I wouldn't allow Fridays to make me doubt my ability and my strategy. Fridays are notoriously crazy. That's why a lot of professional traders do not trade on Friday. They don't trade on Friday. It is not unique to you. This is universal to a lot of traders. That's why I've adopted that same no Friday rule, because the price action is just different on Friday. You have a lot of people trading before the market closes for the week. You have a lot of people that need to meet quotas, these institutional traders that actually move and influence these markets. They have to meet their quotas before the end of the week. So they're taking a lot more aggressive trades. We have that same volatility on Fridays. We have that same volatility at the end of the month. This is nothing new. So I felt the same way because I lost so much money on a Friday. I was spending the entire weekend back testing and seeing where I went wrong. And as I continue to back test Fridays, I mean, every Friday is just crazy and it's different. There's always something going on. So it's not you. It's literally just Friday. That's why I have a designated account that I trade on Fridays. I will never trade a funded account on Friday ever again moving forward. I wouldn't trade my personal account on Friday. Any account that I'm emotionally attached to, my last day trading that account will be Thursday. Yeah. You say you haven't traded your personal much this week? I mean, this week has been challenging. I mean, if you kind of go back to the CFTC data, which is for whatever reason, oh crap, I forgot I'm recording the trade. My bad, I forgot. We'll look at it afterwards. Yeah, I'm happy to see that you recovered. I'm happy to see that you recovered, man. You know what, Alfred? Just like Santiago say, or just like he just said, I would take the walk, bro. I would take a walk. Unless you're okay with blowing the account. Because we all know that if you're not trading with a sound mind, then there's only one thing that's highly likely to happen. You're not going to stop. You're going to keep going. Once you get to the P&L that you want, that little voice in your head is going to say, "Man, the Nasdaq owes you something. It's still pushing higher. We can get some more money. Let's keep trading." And that voice is convincing in emotional situations. Now, you've done it before though, Alfred. You brought your account back. You made the money that you was looking for, and it's happened. But it's just better to walk away. But I understand. I get it because I do the same thing myself. I'm just trying to be the voice of reason. Yeah, yeah, Santiago, yeah. And because like historically the market has been bullish when we have American holidays, and once everybody gets back to their desk, that's when usually everybody is taking profits and we see the market move lower. Yeah. Hold on, guys. Let me see what my daughter is running around about. Give me 1 second. this. I know this is what you're trying to come here for. Here. All right, okay. Mm. Well, we all know that's bullish. We all know that's bullish. We know that's bullish. You know, this week. Last week and this week, I've gone into the weekend 100% happy with the results, with my trading performance during the entire week. And all it took was for me to reduce my size down to 3 micros and accept that position sizing. That's all it took. Crazy as that sounds. You also size down? Yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of the pressure off. It takes a lot of the pressure off. And at least for me, I can kind of see the charts a little bit better because I'm not fighting off cortisol because because I'm not paying attention to the charts. I'm paying attention if this thing stops me out, then I potentially lose the account, or I'm in big drawdown. I'm thinking about how I'm going to get all that money back if I'm wrong, just to make what, $2,000. But man, it's just it's being human is so complicated, man. And there's so many layers to our psyche. There's too many members. It's too many council members sitting at the table trying to make decisions, and they all have their own needs that they're trying to fulfill, and a lot of those needs conflict with one another. We all want to come in. We want to make as much money as possible, withdraw those funds from our prop account into our own personal accounts. And we want to rinse and repeat that process. But here's the thing. The mind is in love with growth. It's in love with growth. It needs growth. If you're not growing, if you're not working, you're dead. You begin to die. You become stagnant. If you're not animate, if you're not moving forward, you're dead. And that's how the mind makes you think, and that's how your body makes you feel. So if you make $10,000 a month, it's only natural that you're like, man, I made $10,000 a month. Now I want to make 20. I made $20,000 a month. Now I want to make 30. I want to make 40. I want to make 50. We love to see growth. We love to see the things that we work on compound over time. If you want to be in this game for a very long time, you have to trade small. That's the contradiction. We don't want to trade small, but if you want to be in this game for a long time, you have to. And you grow your account over time. And once your balance grows, you can begin to increase your size. And as you increase your size, you're still taking the same trade, but it's just a little bit more risk, and you can handle that risk because your account size can handle it. And it's just those baby steps forward, and then before you know it, once you get that 10K month, it's like, dang, I remember when I started making $500 a month, $600 a month, $1,000 a month, and you just constantly move forward and grow. And the mind just loves that. And I know this to be true. I just hate the fact that it is. I hate the fact that naturally I can't make $10,000 every month and be happy and be fulfilled. I hate that. I hate that part of the human element, the human experience. I hate it. But that is to be human, I guess. Yeah, I mean, with TPT, you kind of have to. If I was trading heavy size today in my TPT account, this thing would have been gone. It would have been gone. It would have went up and came back down, and the account would have been blown. Excuse me. It would have been blown. The only reason why I would have been able to survive this is because I was only in 3 micro contracts, and still I was down like what, $500. I was still down 500. And if I'm going to give it some leeway with the trailing drawdown, because I think we went up like 300, so I would have been down $900 with it coming back. It didn't stop me out. It didn't stop me out. We did get that money back, and we did get the money that we was looking for today. But if that was a mini, the account would have been done. But at the same time, if I was trading a mini, my profit target, because obviously I'm looking for a smaller profit target. Instead of looking for, hold on, my God, hey. Hey, she about to get mean, daddy. Anyway. Yeah, I freaking swear. Chef, man, I lost my train of thought. But the point is, if I was trading a mini, I would have had a smaller profit target. I think I would have only looked for 45, at least 45 points. I would have had a trailing stop and would have got as much points out of that as possible. But I wouldn't feel comfortable trading a mini in a 25K account with the trailing drawdown. That is not going to happen. All right, so I mean, we take out the high of this range, I think we should be good. I remember I'm recording. We do see areas of liquidity right here, but I think the market eats through this. I think it eats through it. I mean, I do see it on Bookmap, Alfred. So I do agree. I just don't believe in sellers. I don't believe them. I don't believe in them. It took 3 years, but I finally said, I'm finally saying, I don't trust in the bears anymore. I don't trust in the bears to sell off that supply anymore. Bears are just an instrument that the market uses to fuel this move higher. That's all bears are here for. Bulls take their profits, the market comes down because it ain't the bears doing it. It's the bulls stop buying, they're taking their profits and they're no longer buying the dips. But that is just to engineer the liquidity to continue to move this market higher. And the bears are going to get in short. They're going to target lows. Even though the market hasn't been doing that in 3 years. Like I said, we only get 1 day out of like a week where the market trades lower. And at the end of the day, the market fully recovers from that drop. I'm done with bears. Completely done. And if we get this thing pop, that would be nice. So what's his name? Michael Burry. I wonder if he's still short with other people's money. I wonder if he's still short with other people's money. At this point, he's kind of like what's her name? Kathy Woods. It was crazy that they was comparing her to Warren Buffett, someone that's been in this game for a very long time. And she had, COVID? She was good during COVID. And then after COVID, I mean, she went back to performing at her regular level. That's how I see Michael Burry, or whatever his name is. He's always talking about a big short, and the market continues to go higher. And he loses other people's money. I wonder why he believed that the market was shorting. Or maybe he's being used because they had that movie about him. And if he posts on Twitter that I got this big short loading up, someone that doesn't handle their finances personally or in this game personally, they'll see that and think, oh my God, let me just sell out of my positions because Michael Burry's about to short. He has that movie. He must know what he's doing. And people sell out of their position as the market continue to go higher. Kramer as well. I think Kramer's, shit. He said he's my hero. The Sherm short. I've already had my little mini movie. The Sherm short. Sherm, don't do it. The market's going higher. No, I'm shorting. Sherm short too. Honestly, at this point, and that's how you know he's a true bear. That is how you know that he is a perma bear. He is a perma bear. Like he really is. Only a bear would be able to can look at his chart and see the red It's kind of ironic too. It's kind of ironic. It's like our favorite color is red. We see that our P&L is red, and we're like, okay, this is good. I still have room for error. The account hasn't been liquidated yet. It hasn't been liquidated yet. We don't care if the P&L is red. We want to see the markets red though. We want to see them red candles. But yeah, that's how you know that he's a true bear. He is a true bear. He'll hold a position stubbornly until it works. And I'm speaking from experience. For doing the same thing. So I should know. But like I said, it's hard to leave the bear community, but the bear community is just a bunch of losers at this point. Yo, hey. Okay, we talked about this last night. We predict prop firm behavior all the time. We predicted the top step with the micros. We predicted that. And I just got an email from TPT talking about they're going to extend the sale for Memorial Day. And weren't we just talking about that last night? They're making so much money from this sale. They're going to keep this sale going on as for as long as possible. Let me. Interesting. Well, I guess I have to forward this email to myself. So they're extending the. Let me see if I can just get another snip of it. So yeah, so Take Profit Trader is extending the sale into May 26th. I may get one more 150K. I've been having fun with the 150Ks. I may get one more account. I will admit that I am having fun trading the 150K. I may go back to, I may dedicate an account for gold. I may dedicate an account for gold. But gold looks like it's going back to being choppy again. Gold looks like it's going back to being choppy. I don't know. I don't know. You went long off that fair value gap? Okay. So as long as price kind of gets over that high, my stop should pop up here. That'll be a great way to end the week. This is the first trade I took in this account, and it was a winner. Honestly, I might just stick with Nasdaq because I've been finding some real results trading Nasdaq here. And, I guess telling the Nasdaq that I got options, and that if she mistreats me, I'm gonna leave her ass. She's been treating me so well. But a reality is that the biggest change to my game, as I've stated earlier, was reducing my size and actually trusting the direction the market is trading in, or readjusting to how the Nasdaq, what makes the Nasdaq the Nasdaq. And the Nasdaq is a trending market. I'll give this a couple more minutes. We'll see what happens. But I am out of time for this week, so I'll give this a couple more minutes. keep forgetting I gotta mute because my daughter's coming here screaming and shit. But this kind of brings me back to watching this guy. I think his name was Thunderdome or something like that. He traded the ES. He was like the Thunderdome. It was probably one of the first streamers trading, I think, firms. Him and Canadian Trader, and he was like one of the few first. And I remember watching his stream, and he was talking about how everybody is bearish right now, and he was talking about buying into everybody's stops. And I was thinking to myself, this guy is crazy. What is he talking about? And sure enough, the market chopped for a while, but that push higher, that momentum push higher, surely did happen. And I remember him getting out of the trade being happy because I think at the time I think that trade was like for a payout or something like that or something. And when I kind of think about these little walls that these sellers are putting up, I mean that's what's fueling this market higher. It's that these bears are foolishly selling into a trending market, and they're being used to fuel the market higher. So, I mean, with all these fair value gaps, we have all the EMA supporting the move higher. They're gonna need Trump to drop a tweet or some shit to get this thing to drop. This thing, the bulls obviously have a market objective that they're trying to get to. Currently, I really don't know where that market objective is, to be completely honest. But until the market shifts, until we have a market structure shift, we shouldn't even consider taking short positions. We should always look for that long position. But unfortunately, I'm out of time for this week. I'm gonna leave this position on. We'll see what happens. I will talk about this trade during the Sunday stream. But this was a really great week. We made the right adjustments to our strategy this week, and we're seeing the results of that. We had a really great week this week, so we're going to continue that into next week. But I do appreciate everybody that joined me this week. We'll definitely come back Sunday night, and we'll definitely look for more opportunities to earn some more money. And with that said, peace out, everybody.